Greetings, YouTube. So, one of the GOP folks said the quiet part out loud. What do I mean? Well, we're just going to go look at that right now. A Republican campaign manager for school board candidates in a Connecticut town has sparked controversy by telling participants of a virtual education forum that, quote, helping kids of color to feel they belong has a negative effect on white, Christian, or conservative kids, unquote. Mary Beeman put forth that bizarre argument during a virtual education forum where the right-wing boogeyman known as, quote, critical race theory, unquote, was discussed, according to local news outlet WFSB. She later sought to clarify her statement, which she admitted was poorly worded, and declared it had been shown out of context. In trying to mop up the mess, Beeman said she'd been referring to students who may have staunch Judeo-Christian values or simply are conservative thinkers and are now being bullied into submission by their teachers and fellow students with left-leaning ideologies. Bill Bloss, the Guilford School Board chairman, made clear he wasn't buying Beeman's excuses for racist remarks, questioning exactly what context would that comment be positive in. He has called on Beeman to step down, blasting her remarks as false, outrageous, negative, and destructive. Boy, man, there's just a horrible left-leaning agenda out there, you know, wanting to mention American history, because that apparently is something that we're not allowed to discuss. We're not allowed to discuss actual American history. Now, I'm sure Beeman's grandparents fought to keep black people out of schools. And now Beeman wants to make sure that her children don't hear about the fact that her grandparents fought to keep black people out of schools. Because that's what she is advocating. Keeping data, history, knowledge out of schools, because that information might just make some white kids uncomfortable. And if you aren't uncomfortable about talking about history, maybe that's because you're knowledgeable. Because if you actually know any history and you're a racist, you're going to be really damn uncomfortable. Because American history has been racist since the first white person landed the first white foot on this continent. The United States of America is a nation built on a foundation of white supremacy, genocide, and slavery. That is the reality. And that is what we need to teach kids. We're not saying that they today are necessarily racist, though I'm sure Beeman's kids have got a real fight on their hands in the future. No, this is about the fact of just teaching reality. And kids of today, black and white, need to know the context of our history. Though I'm sure the black ones, they already know about the racism in America. They don't need an education at school about it. The white kids do. Because to the white kids, it's invisible. Because it never affects them. Because I know I never, ever thought about it. I can only vaguely remember us ever discussing the Civil War. We never got past it. I don't remember any ever discussions of Reconstruction, of the World War I, of the nadir of race relations in America during the 1920s and 30s. We didn't even discuss the Greatest Generation, all that bullshit surrounding World War II. We did discuss the Eisenhower era. So there was this rather large gap from the Civil War to Eisenhower. And we didn't discuss anything after Eisenhower. So we didn't discuss, say, the Civil Rights Movement. Yes, the amount of gaps in my history teaching in high school and grammar school was noteworthy. So people like Beeman don't want our kids to know knowledge. And I say our kids, I don't have kids, but I'm thinking of our nation's children, the kids that are being raised in America today. Many of whom are already probably more well-informed than their parents on this topic because their parents were raised like me in an information vacuum. There are still places in America where textbooks talk about Northern aggression for the Civil War. A war based solely on slavery. And if you don't think it was based solely on slavery, go read the words of Stephen, the VP of the CSA. Go look at the constitutions of the Confederate States. Go look at the Constitution of the CSA. You go ahead, you go read those documents. You get back to me. It's going to be real uncomfortable for you after you do that. We need our children to know knowledge. Beeman doesn't want our kids to know knowledge. Also, she seems to think that critical race theory is being taught in K through 12 when it's a topic that is discussed in collegiate legal education. It's not being discussed in K through 12. I actually saw a sign that said no racism, no CRT. I don't think they were talking about cathode ray tubes. Though I can understand why they would be against them. They're just bulky and inefficient. No, they were talking about critical race theory. And I can guarantee you the people that put those signs up don't know what it is. Couldn't define it and couldn't tell you what grades, educational grades, it is taught in. They probably think it's being taught to preschoolers. They probably think it means making white kids feel guilty for being white, instead of white kids being taught that, no, this nation was based on slavery. And if we don't understand that, we can't do better. Because that's what it is about. Doing better. I don't want to erase anybody's history. I want them to know the actual history. I want them to know that the CSA lasted longer than marital equality in America. I wanted them to know that the CSA lasted less time than some of my t-shirts. I own t-shirts that are 7 times older than the CSA. Should we teach that in school? How's that? I'd be happy if we taught that. I can even bring them in, a little show and tell about what my t-shirts look like after all these years. They're in remarkably good condition for their age. But it'd be more justified to wave those on a flagpole than the stars and bars. Because that's a second place trophy. That's a participation award. And a symbol of deep racism. If I could snap my fingers and make every Confederate flag outside of a museum disappear off this planet, I would. Hell, I'd remove all the ink from the tattoos as well. There's a lot of racists out there. There are even German people that fly the stars and bars. You know why? They can't fly the Nazi flag. Think about that for a minute. So, Beeman, shut the fuck up. You're a racist. And you don't want to be called a racist, even though you said the quiet part out loud. You've shown the world you're a racist. So why don't you just slink away into your closet where you can huddle in the corner and hold your little white hood to you like a security blanket.